welcome back to another video. I'm Football Thingy here, and today I'm playing some more Bloons Adventure on Tower Defense. So today, I'm doing an updated version, sort of a challenge I did roughly 2 months ago, where I did the challenge, which is better, the best tower with the worst trinkets, or the worst tower with the best trinkets. The towers I chose were Sai as the best, and Jake as the worst, which isn't necessarily 100% accurate, but in terms of solo capability with a tower you can start off with, which eliminates Super Monkey and Commander Cassie, I think it's pretty accurate. And it worked out okay. This was roughly the Sai build. I think this was actually exactly the Sai build. So this isn't necessarily the exact build, but I looked at the video and I pretty much chose the same thing. There were a couple trinkets I might have switched out. This was the Sai build for the most part, and then this was the Jake build, I think literally 1 for 1. So these are the builds, but today, as you probably already know from title/thumbnail, I'm doing a bit of a different thing. So recently, last video, we found some glitches with the crystal copy ability. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description. It was a lot of fun and it got really crazy. But through a glitch, I was able to make it last forever, and I think I can replicate that, and I think I can get it with 2 towers. So there's 2 options. There's 2 glitches I can use. One of them requires me to exit out of the game, and it's more of a hassle, and it basically makes you constantly get your crystal copy ability back. But then at the same time, one of the other versions may or may not be a lot easier, but I'm not sure if it works to have the original tower there as well, because once I sold the original tower, the base tower, the copy stayed. It didn't use my ability in the end. I got my ability back. The copy ability, like the copied character, stayed the rest of the game, which is way longer than it should have. And in the end, I did end up placing back the original tower, so I didn't have it for a long time, so we're going to see if it works out. We're going to be doing it on Fool's Cave Extreme Mode, mostly because I have a lot of quests to do Extreme Mode on the Bloon Beacon map, so yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can do it with 2 Jakes or 1 Sai. So I'm going to start with the 2 Jakes, because I feel like it'll be more fun. This is also a different map, so that's to be pointed out, I guess. Starting off with 2 Jakes. So the one thing I will say for this, it's 2 Jakes. I'm going to have 1 on either side, but you don't want to place the clone until you have a Jake fully maxed. If I remember correctly, that's sort of how it works. You want to make sure your tower is fully maxed, because upgrading your tower will not improve the clone. So we have our 6 crystal copies, so I want to make sure Jake has all of his upgrades possible beforehand. One other thing I do have to note is that you don't get duplicate abilities, so I won't be able to use his ability twice. Not that his ability is necessarily the best thing in the world, but I mean, it's okay. So that's something to point out, that we will not have that extra ability, just something to mention. But overall, I'm actually not sure about this. So Sai, in case you didn't see the video, I'll probably link the original video that this challenge is based off as well in the description. But basically, Sai, as you can probably tell since I'm redoing this challenge at all, Sai won, which was a little disappointing. She didn't win by a ton, but she won by a fair bit. So today, I figured, well, you know what? Jake's a pretty bad tower, but I mean, having 2 of him's gotta be better than 1 Sai, right? Plus, I gave him the best trinkets and Sai the worst. Oh, I can already see it now. This works. Jake wins by a decent amount with 2 of them, and I'm like, okay, now we're switching rules. Worst tower, worst trinkets, 2 towers, versus 1 best tower, best trinkets, 1 tower. So many possibilities. There's a lot of stuff we can do with duplicating towers. It's a fun glitch. And, I'm kind of hoping they never fix it, because if they actually patch these glitches, which I have no idea if Ninja Kiwi will ever bother to do, but I honestly think it makes the game more fun, because otherwise, all you gotta do, you just spend hours grinding away coins to buy the powers, because this is a real thing you can do, you just need to buy a ton of powers. The only glitch part is that Crystal Copy is a very easy power to never use, and it's also really powerful and really unique, so that's pretty cool. So we're going to have all these upgrades pretty soon. We're doing okay so far. Jake's not a horrible tower with some good trinkets. He's not that good, and he doesn't hold up that well late game, and definitely not against lower class balloons. He struggles a lot against them. So obviously we have an engineer blueprint with this Jake, which should help a fair bit, but it's hard to know exactly. Ooh, one interesting thing. Be calmed by my saliva. Will the clone of Jake use that on regular Jake? It's a fair question. That'll be interesting to see, but yeah. So we're going to have to see. I may or may not end up losing at least 1 or 2 crystal copies trying to get permanent setup, because I really would rather not have to exit out of the game every time I want to use it, but I might have to. So how it works, basically, actually I already mentioned that. Normally Crystal Copy will go away after 5 rounds, or I think it's like 2 minutes or something. So technically speaking, I do have enough Crystal Copies. I can just use all of them, but I'd rather not, because that would cost coins, which means at some point, I'm gonna have to do more coin grinding, and I don't really want to do that, because I don't like that. That's not fun. And using treasure chest keys doesn't really fit in with the challenge, because, well, because there's other things to do. You can't just use treasure chest keys, because they take up trinket slots and don't add additional damage, so it's not good for a challenge. But anyways, about to get our final upgrade. I guess time up we don't necessarily need right now, so that's a thing. I'm gonna save up a bit of extra money, though, since as I think I mentioned already, I'm gonna have to try to sell Jake in the first place. The original Jake clone will get sold, or not the original Jake clone, the original Jake will get sold. So we're gonna wait a bit. I don't think I need a ton. He's not the most expensive tower. He sells for 5,000, so in total, 5,000 70%. There's a roughly 7,500 total. So if I get like $3,000 saved up, I'll be ready to do it. So that's only another 2K. Shouldn't be too bad. I think we'll be fine. Jake can probably survive that long. If I remember correctly, on the map we did do it originally on, Jake survived to like 49-ish, something like that, and Sai survived to like mid-50s. I believe that was the rounds precisely, like not necessarily exactly. Already leaking some lives though, which isn't the best, so I think it is about time. I'm gonna turn auto start off because this is a little important to get this glitch right. It is time, so slow down. Crystal Copy, this is how the ability works. It's a really cool ability, it's a really unique ability. Crystal Copy Jake has been sent. There's an ability in the top left. I never actually noticed that. Okay, so Crystal Copy Jake is here. Selling the original. The clone is still here. That's important to note. I'm going to try to now rebuy Jake and max out his upgrades. I don't know if that worked. The clone is here. We're going to know for sure in about 5 rounds. So this is round number 3, I think. If the Crystal Copy stays, then we're good. I don't know if the Crystal Copy has the exact same range. I know it has the exact same trinkets, but I don't know if, like, it doesn't really look like it has as much range quite as much as Jake, regular Jake, so I'm not quite sure why that is necessarily. Also, I noticed normal Jake is, like, glowing white. I don't really know what that's about. That's interesting, but I don't know what it's about. So we're gonna see in, like, a round or 2, is the Crystal Copy gonna go away? Because any round now, it should fade away into, like, non-existing mode. But I don't know if it will. It looks weird. It kind of looks like it's going normal, so I feel like it's going to disappear, but it's hard to know for sure. This is going pretty well. I honestly feel like 2 of these could work really well. I put them on opposite side of the maps, but, I mean, I might be better to put them all on one side. I'm not quite sure. I do like that the clone is, I actually don't like that you can't click on the clone to see its range or pops. But yeah, so this is going okay so far. This isn't the best, and I'm still a little scared Sai is still going to do better. Currently, though, it does look like this clone is probably permanent. But I don't know, here's the glowing spot. I don't know. It's been a while since I only used it once and pulled this off once. The clone's still here. I feel like it's been 5 rounds. I'm gonna feel more confident in like 3 more rounds to say for certain that it's gonna stay. But it looks like that glitch works. Okay. I'm pretty confident now. I think we got this. So I think that is an official glitch. If you sell their base tower, the clone will stay forever, even if you rebuy the tower. Which is good to know, because I'm not confident in that, and that's an important thing to note. Obviously, I could totally get trolled, and I could go away in a round, but it's not so far. Okay, not the best showing that the Moab is that big of an issue. Oh, the clone. This is going okay, but it's not going great. The clone feels a bit weaker than the original, and I don't really like that. Because it really shouldn't be, but it definitely seems that way, which is disappointing. Yeah, this is disappointing. 2 Moabs now, we're going okay, but it's hard to know, like, how damage is going to work out. I don't think we're going to win much further. No. Oh, see, that was clutch. But that's not going to keep happening, and we died. Round 45. I don't like this. Round 45 feels way, way, way too early. This is earlier than we did on the original map, but I guess this is harder. I do actually want to continue once to test one thing. I can cancel this ability, right? No? Can you not cancel the Crystal Copy ability? I thought I could cancel this. No? I can't get rid of Crystal Copy ability? Okay, that's unfortunate, because I was gonna say, hey, maybe I can, like, just... Actually, I was gonna say, hey, I can still do that. I was gonna say, hey, let's move them to the same side, which I can still actually do. So I did use a continue, which sucks because it's wasting coins, and I still don't have that many coins. But I basically want to see, is having two of them in the same spot better? Yeah, this original Jake definitely has more range. I don't know if he's doing more damage necessarily, but definitely more range. And we still lost pretty badly. Okay, no, round 45. That's disappointing. Okay, so I'm going to take a look with Sai now, because it's totally possible that this is just a way harder map. In the end, by the way, I want to get this extreme done. So if we do lose with Sai, I'm still finishing off this map. But yeah, so that was interesting, Tuxedo Jake, or not Tuxedo Jake, normal Jake showing. We learned more about the clone, I'll say that much. The clone is worse, like a fair bit worse than the original, which I wasn't really expecting, because it seems like most of the stats, like, transfer over. The clone was attacking camo balloons, I saw that. The clone was doing a really good job, which is interesting to see. Do I have 6? I have 5, no, so I did lose one. I think you only keep it if you beat the game, or if I had exited out of the game, I could have kept the crystal copy, but I didn't, so I lost one. In future, we'll see. I may be more stingy about those, because they are epic power, which means they cost 1,000 gold, which is pretty expensive. I mean, to be fair, it's the exact same price as a continue, so I guess it's not that expensive, and doing all these quests obviously does produce quite a few coins, so hopefully I'll be able to buy them back. That would be the goal. Yeah, that's part of the reason you gotta do all the quests and things, is that you need to be able to afford everything, which is a little disappointing. You know what I could have done? Not that it would have mattered since there's not too many Moabs. I could have added treasure chest keys to both of these characters since they're not actually using all of the trinket slots with this challenge, so this actually would have been one of the challenges where I could have used treasure chest keys, but I'm not gonna question that. So we did lose on round 45 with Jake. I have to keep that in mind. If Sai still does better, then I have no idea what I'm meant to do. Like, best trinkets versus worst trinkets, and 2 of the tower. There's literally no other buff I can give except giving, like, I think there's some powers that, like, boost someone's attack speed or something, but, like, there's a pretty extreme about, like, yeah, that's pretty much the best you can do. So, I don't really know what I'm meant to do with that, but okay, we'll see, I guess. I don't know. That could be fun, though, one of these days, to just use all the powers that are support abilities, like support powers, and use them for an ultra buff. I don't know, let me know if you want to see me do that. Using some powers, potentially even crystal copy as well, to clone maybe Sai. I feel like Sai could be a good tower for that. So we have, like, a crystal copy of Sai, and do, like, a redo of ultra buff Sai to see just how overpowered Sai becomes. I feel like that could be fun, so let me know if you're interested in seeing that. Also going to take this opportunity now to say, hey, you're still watching this, which means you probably enjoyed. You should consider giving the video a like and subscribing to join the Footballfin squad. My goal for this month is 1,400 subscribers, but I would not say no to surpassing that greatly, because I'm debating going for next month's goal being 1,600, which obviously becomes easier depending on how many you get this month. So yeah, always thinking ahead, never stop going forward, never stop moving forward, I guess. But yeah, I would appreciate it. Also, if you have any comments you want to leave, challenge ideas, glitches, we recently got some comments. All of these glitches started from an original comment talking about a Tuxedo Jake bug. And from that, I guess I found a lot of other bugs with this crystal copy ability that worked out really well. So we're going to see how well this works. I probably will, actually. I don't know if I already mentioned this. I know I mentioned I was going to try to beat extreme mode regardless, but I probably will actually end up using crystal copy on Sai. So Sai wouldn't be as interesting necessarily, because normally, not in this scenario, but normally Sai has the Shadow Mask ability, which means there's already 2. So temporarily you would have 3 Sais. I guess if you had enough ability cooldowns, you could have 3 Sais. Ooh, 3 Musketeers challenge. I don't know why that's the name I'm thinking of, but totally. I'd just, like, stick on 1,000 different ability cooldown trinkets and cobras and stuff, and get 3 permanent 3 Sais, 3 Musketeers challenge, 3 of the same tower on non-motion games. That would be cool. That would be a lot of fun. We'll see about that, but that could be interesting. Let me know if that sounds interesting to you. Or still, if you want to see me redo the making as much money as possible challenge, I'd be interested in doing that again as well. Lots of things I can do. Oh, so many challenges. I should really redo that challenge soon, but I kind of want want to wait still for Tuxedo Jake level 7 normally, even though I probably still will use the Crystal Copy ability simply to get a second Tuxedo Jake. That would be kind of cool. I don't know, would you be using powers cheating? I don't know if I'd use powers for that challenge. I probably wouldn't. I mean, like, obviously, if the goal, I guess the goal is just to make as much money as possible, so technically, but it's not really fair if you're using powers, so I probably wouldn't use them just to make it as, I guess, fair as possible. Or, I don't know, maybe you guys will be like, hey, no, use powers, we just want to see you get 12 million gold. Okay, then. I wonder if that's possible. Like, I wonder if there's a limit for cash, because obviously they have, like, the money's in that, like, blue rectangle thing. There's only so much space in the rectangle, and I think the limit's actually, like, if I had to guess, the limit might be, like, $999,999. But I don't know, because I remember when I got 100,000, at one point, I think, like, one of the digits was sticking out of the box. So for all I know, it just doesn't matter at all. Also, this is round 42. Yeah, Psy's demolishing. Why? Why are you still doing so well, Psy? You're not meant to be this broken. I can't think of any other way to give Jake buffs. I'm like, hey, you can have the best trinket. I mean, I guess I could just straight up say no trinkets for Psy, but that doesn't seem very fair. I mean, I don't know, Psy, maybe you'll still lose this round, except for the fact that you're not going to. You're not even going to need to use your ability this round. I don't know, I was really expecting Jake to do better this time. Like, I know Psy was better, but I thought Jake and Psy were at least somewhat close last time I did this challenge. There wasn't like a buffer nerf that I don't know about, was there? I don't think so. It just feels very strange, because I feel like this should be much more even, and it's definitely not, and I don't like that. Oh, this is weird. But yeah, it is nice at the very least today we did prove 100% that selling the crystal copy base will keep the crystal copy. I probably will do a test to see if you can actually keep it permanently. Like, if you have a crystal copy character that's permanent, and then you win, do you keep it? Because obviously I know if you lose, you don't keep it. We proved that out right now, or earlier with the Jake thing. But we'll see. I'm interested to see what happens if you normally would. But yeah, let's keep on going. It looks pretty cool, I have to admit. The golden darts that Psy's using, they're really bad. They're like the worst dart in the game, or at least worst epic dart, because they have a chance to one-shot normal balloons, so they're good against ceramics, I guess, but that's it. It looks so epic, though, like, just the golden auras. It looks so powerful, even though I know they suck so much. But I don't know, it's doing pretty well. Maybe I should take another look at these, because they actually look like they're doing pretty decent. I don't think they are, but they look like they are. BFB time. Will you beat the BFB? Let's face it, Psy's gonna beat the BFB. I'll use the ability just to make sure. Didn't even make the loop. Is Psy gonna soar around 60 with this? She definitely didn't do that last time we did this, but I don't know. Oh, plus the, like, Abracadabra's, like, head scarf, or whatever it's called. I think it's, like, Abracadabra's scarf, or whatever, or headband. Abracadabra's headband creates that, like, rainbow effect every once in a while. It looks like Psy is just throwing it out at the balloons, and they explode into rainbow, golden epicness. It looks like they explode into a Skittles ad. I don't know why that's in my mind. The Skittle ads are always them just, like, having a pile of rainbow Skittles. Skittles are cool. I don't know, I like the Skittle ads. I like rainbows. Rainbows are pretty cool. Rainbows are pretty awesome. Colors good. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I am. If Psy actually beat this normally on round 60, I'd be really surprised. There's the part of me that wants to see if Psy could just do it, but then the other part of me is like, nah. I still want to actually test out this challenge, so I'm going to go auto start off. So for the next round, I'm going to add on the crystal copy simply because I want to make sure this actually does work. Because I do want to test. I'm doing more tests for this glitches still, because this glitch is cool and could be super overpowered for people that are struggling with Impoppable. If you have at least 1,000 gold, you can spend it to get a permanent duplicate tower. Well, that would be pretty broken. Slow-mo, shadow clone copy over here. Like, it shows the range as if it's pretty big, even though I know it's not. Also, can I just point out, hey, look at that. It actually keeps the, what was I gonna say? It actually keeps the original, it keeps this, like, glaives, the rotating glaives around them. I find that cool. So yeah, we have our both towers. They're here, they're keeping, we'll see. On to round 60. At the end of this, I have 4. I'm gonna go back into a game or check my powers menu at the end of this. Will I have 5? Because I feel like I will, but I'm not quite sure. Double Psy. Yeah, we could totally do triple Psy. That'll look so cool. See, like, this isn't that epic looking to me because I'm used to having 2 sides. But having 3 sides, that would be cool. That would be special again. The gray, the black, and the blue. The gray, the black, and the blue. Awesome. Awesome challenge name. The gray, the black, and the blue. That'd still be a lot of fun, though. ZMG's almost popped, which is pretty nice. This is actually going really well. Plus, the clone is producing Tetsubishi. It's definitely a lot weaker than the regular Sai. I don't know if that's just how Crystal Copy works, like if it nerfs its attack speed or something. But it definitely isn't doing as well. We're gonna beat this still, right? I'm, like, half-heartedly ready to drop a Super Monkey. I don't really want to, but I definitely am half-heartedly ready to do it. If it comes down to it, I'll do it, but I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we would have lost them, but I wanted the win, so Super Monkey drop. But that was interesting. Yeah, I mean, seeing 2 is still kind of cool. Let me know if you do want to see triple Sai, because I feel like that could be a lot of fun. First triple tower in non-motion games, of course. Okay, I need to see. I really want to see now. I need to look at my power count. Powers. I have 4 of them. Okay, so now you lose 1. You can keep that as long as you don't use it for the final round, which obviously normally that's when you'd want to use it for the final round, so I guess not the most useful thing. But still, I mean, you're losing 1. It's definitely a permanent ability with that Cell Glitch, and you can recover it whenever you want by just exiting out of the game and loading back in. But obviously you can't do that after you beat the game. So that's interesting. If you need to use it for the final round, you still use the 1,000 gold, but if you're using it in between, like to save up money or something, you don't, which is nice to know. Actually, that could be really cool from Curse Mirrors and Poppable, seeing if one tower could solo using Curse Mirror, or using the Crystal Copy, so you have, like, 1 tower on either side to, like, evenly split up the defense. That'd be cool. 2,000 damage using Hunter Marceline, okay. Maybe we'll do a Hunter Marceline challenge next, who knows. But this was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. One last reminder to consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribing to join the Purple Elephant Squad. It's just really nice. Obviously, I appreciate it. And yeah, one last thing. Oh, I almost forgot. If you're still watching, if you've been watching a lot of my videos, if you want to support the channel a little bit extra, consider... Sorry about that. Consider becoming a member. There's a link to join in the description. Only works on computer. I feel like I need to mention that a lot. But yeah, it's really nice. If you can do it, that's great. If you can't, I totally understand, but I appreciate the extra support. It's just really nice. So yeah, have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye!